after all these years. Finally, I have them all.
Hey everyone, it's the Geeky Gamer. In 2015, LEGO released their foray into the Toys to Life genre with LEGO Dimensions. In 2017, it met a tragic end due to low sales, canceling the planned third year of content. Some prices on packs initially dropped, but over the years since the cancellation, they've risen, with some packs reaching price tags of over $100. Yet, I stayed determined to one day to complete my collection, and just recently, I bought the last 8 packs I needed, including some of the most expensive ones on the aftermarket. And now, my collection is complete, so I guess I can take a look at everything, go over a bit of my history with the game and the different packs. I got Dimensions for Christmas back in 2015. Right alongside it were Benny and Wonder Woman. Kind of funny that the first 2 characters I got were from 2 of the base game franchises, so I didn't get access to any other adventure worlds at first, but at least I got Wonder Woman for flying and diving. Dumb fact, it took me a while to go to the Lord of the Rings world because Kid Me had been scared of the Mordor area in LEGO Lord of the Rings. On the topic of Kid Me being scared, the Doctor Who story level did not help with me being terrified of the Weeping Angels as a kid. The first January expansion I got was 4 packs at once. There was Woo, Eris back there, Cyberman, and Bart Simpson. Yeah, there were 2 franchises where I got more of the fun packs before the level pack. So in the Doctor Who world, I got to the different areas with little random time portal things that are next to the TARDIS pad instead of using the actual TARDIS. And so I put the world back together that way before I even got the Doctor. Then my memory of the order of the other packs I got pretty much falls apart. I was just picking them up here and there. I do remember my first Year 2 pack was E.T., so I just had him and the phone with orange bases for a while. And I only ever really tried battle mode on the E.T. map, which was like, quarantined house. Now, I think this was the year after the cancellation was announced, but I went to this pretty sizable LEGO convention and managed to find Krusty, and also Nia and Jay. And I remember wanting to snatch up Jay because I knew he was a Toys R Us exclusive. Funny enough, this wasn't long before Toys R Us actually closed. It's still weird, it's weird thing's kind of back now. And I guess the store exclusive characters were generally just limited time exclusives because like Excalibur Batman and Michael Knight were also apparently exclusives. Now, I don't remember exactly when I got the Midway Arcade level pack. I think it was before that convention, but I eventually started using the Gamer Kid as pretty much my avatar in the game because there's no custom characters. He's got black hair, a jacket over graphic tee. He's a gamer, loves 80s pop culture, with some of the things he says to Benny. He's totally me. And it also helps that he's not an established character. He's the only one they created specifically for Dimensions. At least on the playables. Still wish we got in Vortec. It was probably sometime before here in the timeline, but I found a great way to store my growing collection. Behold, what I called the Cart of All Dimensions. This thing works perfectly to store it all. Characters in the top drawer, they all fit in there with a good amount of wiggle room, and I tend to keep my favorites and the most useful in the front. Next drawer down is for all the instructions. The deepest drawer is the only one that fits the toy pad, and I was also able to fit the other toy pad builds from the story packs in there. The bottom drawer has enough space for all the vehicles. Each one has a snack-sized bag to keep them from falling apart and pieces from scattering. It does get a bit tough to find vehicles, so I try to keep the most important ones on top. Then the top has good space for the toy pad and plenty of characters and vehicles. I used to wheel this right by the couch and use a USB extension cable, much better than getting up close, but now I'll just be rolling it over to my desk. But thank you, Iris, for making this mini chest thing, and thankfully we got this before they overcomplicated the top design. I think it was fall 2018 we saw the whole Dimension section on clearance at Target, so we snatched up just about all the ones I didn't have, like the DC villains and the Adventure Time stuff. This was actually when I still thought Adventure Time was just some dumb, weird Cartoon Network thing until I played the content in Dimensions and started reading up on it more, and now I've seen the whole series and the sequel stuff. Dimensions got me into a few franchises and got me to watch some stuff I hadn't seen before. Really became a Portal fan, thanks to Dimensions, and I watched Beetlejuice and the Goonies after seeing them in Dimensions. We continued finding packs mostly on Amazon, like the other 2 story packs after having gotten the Lego Batman movie, and getting the rest of the Powerpuff Girls, and Goonies level pack right around the time I actually watched the movie. And that was the last one I got for quite a few years. I put together a list of what I still needed last year, and since I was so close, I figured I should just finish the job. I was in the middle of my long quest to 100% every LEGO game in order. I played Complete Saga and Indy 1 in summer 2022, Batman 1 and Indy 2 in spring 2023. I took a break for other stuff, and because I really didn't want to play Harry Potter. Then I got back to it in early 2024 and actually cranked through the games. Years 1 to 4, Clone Wars, Pirates, Years 5 to 7, Batman 2, and Lord of the Rings before the summer was over, and then City in the late fall. Going into 2025, with the 10th anniversary of Dimensions coming up, I knew I had to pick up the pace, so even with all the 3 Sonic games I was playing, I still got through Marvel, Lego Movie, Hobbit, Batman 3, Jurassic World. I'd been checking prices for the last 8 packs on like Bricklink and eBay and stuff, but I wasn't really sure when I'd get them. But then we found Raven and Beast Boy for like $54 on Amazon, and decided to just bite the bullet and go for the rest. Paid quite a bit for over the original prices, like $46 for Kai and Cole, $39 for Lloyd, $70 for Sonic, and $60 for Supergirl. But, you know, expected, because how long they've all been out of print and how rare some of them are. And hey, Zane at least was less than MSRP. I got him for like $13. And Green Arrow. Green Arrow was $18 sealed. That's a good deal. And now they're all here. The collection is complete. Every single one. So, what's next? It's been a long ride getting all these, but it's not over yet. There's an entire game this was all made for, after all. And that's my next big game to play. I'll be 100%ing LEGO Dimensions on RPCS3 with my real toy pad and figures for the truest experience. Besides playing on an actual console, preferably one that didn't have to cut back on the Adventure World NPCs. Like, seriously, there's no dinosaurs in Jurassic World on PS3. Believe me, if a good PS4 or Xbox One emulator is able to run Dimensions well, I'll absolutely switch to one of those if possible. But I'll work with what I got for now. I'll be 100%ing this on my own time, no videos or streams, but once I'm done, I might have some content to make on Dimensions. And I'll still make other content in the meantime, don't worry. I'm just so glad that, at long last, I've finally done it. Now, it's time to truly break the rules. I'm the Geeky Gamer. See ya!
It's working.